Derek Chauvin, the former Minnesota police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd, faces sentencing this Friday. It's putting one judge in the spotlight now, as Chauvin could get as much as 30 years in prison or as little as probation for his crime. NBC News national reporter Janelle Griffith joins us now with more on this. Janelle, good morning to you. Chauvin, we know, is going to be sentenced by Judge Peter Cahill. He presided over the trial. What do we know about the judge?
Good morning, Aaron. So I spoke to people who know Judge Cahill, who have appeared before him, who worked with him, friends of his, lawyers who have tried cases against him, and they used a lot of the same adjectives to describe him. They said that he is someone who is meticulous, who is diligent, who is extremely intelligent, and a resounding adjective that they used was fair. They said that even in instances where they may have lost a case against him or where he may have sentenced their client, they still believe that he handled the case fairly, and they expect no less when he sentences Derek Chauvin on Friday. And they also said that he is someone with no penchant for publicity. They said that, he stood to gain fame from presiding over this case, but he does not welcome it. He realized that what was at stake was Derek Chauvin's right to a fair trial and, potential justice for George Floyd's family, and that was what his priority and focus was.
So, Janelle, a couple of things here. Judge Cahill, we know, has been on the bench there in Hennepin County since 2008. He sentenced 6 people convicted of second-degree murder, the most serious charge that Chauvin faced here. Does that sort of offer any insight on how the judge might end up ruling here?
Yes. So I looked at his sentencing history and obtained the records of that. And in the most recent instance where he sentenced someone to unintentional second-degree murder, which was the most serious charge on which Derek Chauvin was convicted, Judge Cahill sentenced that man to 15 years in jail. So if we're comparing the two, and if history were to repeat itself, we could expect Derek Chauvin to be sentenced to at least 15 years. Of course, we know that there were aggravating factors, so it's likely he may go above the 15-year presumptive sentence.
So you mentioned these aggravating factors. The judge ruled last month that they did exist in this case. That could pave the way, as you say, for a longer sentence for Chauvin. What were those factors, and how might they really influence the decision this week?
So the judge ruled that the 4 factors were that Derek Chauvin abused his authority as a police officer, that he committed his crime in the presence of children, that he also acted in a group, and they also found that he treated George Floyd with a particular cruelty. So if with the judge ruling that those 4 aggravating factors were present in George Floyd's death, it gives him the leeway to go above the presumptive sentence. And legal experts I spoke to for this story, they believe that he will go above the presumptive sentence for the simple fact that he agreed that these 4 factors had been met in this particular case.
All right, Janelle Griffith has done some really great reporting on this story from the beginning last year and helping to educate us about what's to come. Janelle, thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.